What's going on, guys? BlueDeepDive here, and welcome to another podcast as we talk about Quidditch champions. And I'm letting you know right now, feelings are going to get hurt. I'm going to be brutally honest. My opinions are my own. I got to be honest with you guys. The truth is what matters to me. I'm a kind of guy where you either like me or you don't. And I'm always going to be truthful no matter what. So I'm going to be coming out and talking about topics and things that most people kind of avoid, though they don't want to talk about, afraid to talk about, but it's okay. We're going to talk about it. My opinions are my own. I like this game. I would even say I love this game. I love Quidditch. I played the Quidditch game way too much when it was GameCube. I'm going to go off even by saying I was a playtester. It's pretty much out in the open. I've been playing with people that happen to be streaming, and yeah, I'm using the playtest room. It's no secret. I was in the playtest, and yeah, I'm going to not break NDA. As much as I really want to, I'm not going to break NDA. But to be honest, there's so much public information out there that I don't need to. I don't need to break NDA to. There's lots of examples out there that I'm going to be mentioning to bring up my cases and support my opinions, and let's go ahead. It's very sad. This game had potential to really take over. I would go as far as to say this is a game that I would say people were falling in love with. I fell in love with this game. It was cool. The community is very cool. There are some, it's been a long time since I even cared about a gaming community. I just buy games, enjoy it, play with friends, small group of friends that I keep close, and move on to game. But this is one that it's different. Quidditch is different. This community is different. It's special. I made a lot of good friends. Let's go ahead by saying that the big mistake that they did was bots. So Unbroken Studios and WB really killed their game there, because let's go back to the beginning. The playtest videos where they're saying, hey, sign up to play the playtest, and when you looked at the website during that time, it said the description for the game that it's a competitive multiplayer. So let's look at some examples of competitive multiplayer games out there. You got Marvel Rivals, Overwatch. There are no bots in those games. Every position is played by a real player. You got healers playing a real player, DPS, tank, etc. I know it's a different type of game, but you get at where I'm coming from. The competitive multiplayer aspect to that. So you would assume that Quidditch is going to be the same. And there was no talk about anything. The playtest went for a while because the first video was posted on 2023. So they had a lot of time to work on the game. Let's say that. And when it finally came out that 3v3 was going to be a thing with bots, it was on Twitter. It was on Twitter of all things. That got a lot of people upset because there were teams that were ready to play. There were leagues out there. There were even people getting poached. Believe it or not, I was attempted to get poached more than a couple times. My teammates were. It was a fun kind of thing. That's a good sign. That's a really good sign for a game. And then it finally came out, 3v3 with bots. So not only did they not listen to the community, I don't know anybody that wanted bots. I was pretty active on the Discord. If I wasn't active, I was lurking. Because, some days you want to talk, some days you don't, but you still want to look on the Discord. So nobody I knew, nobody I saw was asking for bots. It was fun to think of playing with friends, every live player. So that really killed it. So you killed off the leagues, that you killed off so many teams that wanted to play together. Even friends that were not going to play competitive they were forming teams, guessing how many numbers were going to be based on the movies, the books, the Quidditch team numbers. Then you had 3v3 with bots. And I was in there every single time, guys, talking with them. Basically Popsicle and anybody that was supposedly working on the game, hey, is there custom game? Hey, is there rank? They would never answer me. I would look on YouTube and there was no information on full gameplay. The clips they released on Twitter were very small, like the animations. They would never show. That was a red flag right there. Red flag that there was no full gameplay, that they were adding bots. And believe it or not, the community came together, refunded, canceled for the game, and they really set it into motion that, hey, we want 6v6, you're not going to be getting our money. And Unbroken Studios and WB Panic, which was very surprising to me because I didn't think they'd care, because they didn't show that they cared for a long time, which wasn't always the case. And they were basically saying, oh, magic is in the air. So annoying. Magic is in the air. Play this game. And then finally, they announced the roadmap. So the roadmap was basically saying, oh my god, we got so many people. We messed up. We're not listening to them, but now we're losing money now. That's the problem. That's a problem right there. So they announced the roadmap. Yeah. We'll add 6v6. Just give us the money. Yeah, we don't know when. It's subject to change. We can change our mind. Yeah, 6v6. Just give me the money. That's what they basically did. At first, it seemed like a win, because if you're going to add 6v6 PvP, you would assume they're going to change the mechanics. They were going to add custom game rank. I mean, it had to be there, right? Even it can't be that family friendly that there's no custom game. But sure enough, the game came out. I stayed up for launch. I was ready to stream. They had to have made changes. There was so much feedback. It was hard to ignore from the community. Even on the Twitter post, you can look. And then when it finally came out, it was pretty devastating, because there was no custom game. There was no rank. Campaign was mediocre at best. And the way that everything was playing out, like, I played a lot of games. I am very close to finishing the season pass, that there's lots of bugs in the game. The skill ceiling is very low. It's almost like you had NASCAR type of potential, and then you made it into Mario Kart. That type of competitiveness. Like, Quidditch is like another Mario Kart, which is just sad, because you could have had so much potential. They don't care about the competitive community. They don't care. They don't care about you. There's no custom game. You can't set up tournaments. There's no rank. There's no leaderboards. There's nothing to strive for. They don't care. They just want a quick buck. The cash grab. They were even adding movie clips to the last couple trailers that I saw, which was pretty pathetic. And yeah, the Steam numbers are not looking good. I took a screenshot. I sent it to my friend, which I'll keep names in private here for a sec. Let's go ahead and bring it up. I have it on my laptop right now. Ready for this podcast. Came prepared, guys. The receipts. So the last time I took the screenshot was the all-time peak for Quidditch Champions was 6,574 players. Players right now, 583. That's terrible. So I know for a fact that when they announced 3v3 with bots with no intention of adding 6v6 soon, like on launch, you lost a lot of players. You basically pushed away a lot of players that might not even come back when 6v6 comes back, even if you do 6v6 like you promised. The roadmap is subject to change. It's just promises, guys. Nothing final. And it sucks, because it's coming from someone that I want the game to succeed. I want it to do well. And the one thing that really upset me when I played the game that I noticed is, if you go to the menu, there's a painting in the background. It has the Quidditch look that they had for the playtest trailer. The rings are small. The size of the field looks different. And this is when they were promoting it as a competitive multiplayer. And now if you look at the rings, they're ginormous. Like, you could fit 20 players in there. So I don't know why they put that picture in the background. It kind of reminds me, like, yeah, we know there was potential to have a competitive players tournaments. We know there was a scene in the community that wanted to be competitive. But yeah, we don't care. But we're going to put that picture up there for when we were promoting it to be a competitive multiplayer. But when we decided somehow that we were not going to, it's going to be only for family and friends. Yeah, we're still going to put that picture up there to remind you that it was competitive multiplayer, but we just changed our mind. So I don't know why they did that. It's kind of like rubbing it in the face to all the players, which is sad because there's a lot of really good players out there, but this game is just it's not meant to be competitive. It's like trying to be the best Luigi racer in Mario Kart, trying to be the best Peach racer. There's no custom game, there's no rank. It's marketed as a family friendly, and I'm not trying to shit on people that put a lot of time into the game, that figure out stuff to get better. It's just the game is not designed for that, and I think that's sad because the competitive players could have brought the game to like another level. But yeah, it's just another money grab, another Mario Kart game. Very buggy, very unbalanced. The things that players come up with are pretty incredible. You can only imagine how high they would have gotten if it was a competitive multiplayer, if there was a high skill ceiling. There's a ceiling, but I mean, you can get good at this game, but again, it's not meant for competitive play. So that really sucks. Props to all the people that do put a lot of time in. But yeah, the game is just designed for failure. I give it about 7 months till the game's dead. That sucks. There are some people that I know that are not going to get the game, period, because of 3v3 with bots was added. That 6v6 was not on launch, that there's no custom game. I would say half the people I know are not coming back. That's a lot of the player base that was going to be loyal and promote the game and stream and make videos and TikTok and Facebook, all that stuff. So yeah, the bots was one of the things that they messed up on. The whole don't care about competitive scene. The only thing I do give them like credit for is adding the PS1 Hagrid mask, which is called like the paper helmet or something like that. Yeah, that was cool to see, but at what cost? Right? It took everything. It's kind of like the Thanos meme. Like, I got it. What did it cost you? Cost me everything. It sucks. Again, I know I'm just calling it like, that's just my opinion, guys, that the game is just another Mario Kart. It's not meant for competitive play. I wish it was. I wish there was custom game. I wish the mechanics were much better. But props to all the players that do put a lot of time in, of course. But yeah, the game is just not. They don't support us. They don't support us competitive players. Even the casual are saying this game is too casual, and it's just really throwing a lot of people off. The marketing is one of the things too that they did not market the game very well. There was 4 people that had PlayStation Plus that I know IRL that were going to get the game. And when I told them 2 days afterwards that, the game doesn't have custom game, bro. We can't even play with our friends. Forget rank. Can't even set up. I can only invite 2 friends. And I have a lot of friends online that I want to play with. Just go against again and again. You don't want to play against random people sometimes. And even my friends IRL did not know the game was released yet. Even they didn't know, and they were going to play it for sure. Because it was free. But yeah, even they didn't know. The marketing is just terrible. Like, the only reason I know about this game is one of my friends. I told him that I have a list of 3 dream games. 1, PlayStation All-Stars 2. I want that to be a reality. Another one was Quidditch, but online players. Surprisingly, it happened. But to an extent. And then my 3rd was Super Mario RPG 2. I wanted those games. And my friend messaged me, because he was following Harry Potter on Twitter. He messaged me and told me, hey, there's playtests you can sign up for. Your game is actually real that you want to. And I was like, oh, cool. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even know the game is out right now. It's that bad, the marketing. I'm going to get a little bit personal, guys. I thought that this game was going to be the next big thing. I was telling my friends, you're going to forget what Overwatch is, forget Call of Duty, Marvel Rivals is going to pale in comparison to this. The more excited I got, the more I started to think about Quidditch. I would be at work. I'd be talking to my friends. We'd be talking about other games. But in the back of my mind, if I'm going to be honest, it was Quidditch. It was, I got to talk with so-and-so. I got to talk with my team. What kind of things we could potentially do based on the movies, based on what we think the game could be, strategies, or we were taking time off. Right now I'm on vacation. I did not cancel my vacation. I thought about it, but I'm kind of sick of my work right now, kind of sick of my job, so I needed to take a break. But yeah, I was so excited, guys. I was getting more and more into Quidditch, that to the point where it was kind of like basically my life. Like I was thinking about what could possibly be the pro scene. If there are tournaments, I wanted to get involved. I really wanted to be competitive. I really wanted to make content. I don't really stream on Twitch. I wanted to stream. It was just, everything was just Quidditch. Like I was ready to put in a lot of time and really make a run at being very competitive, kind of like Overwatch was. I really thought it was going to be like Overwatch. I really thought that there was going to be a competitive esports scene, maybe teams, money tournaments for thousands of dollars, maybe even like crazier, higher amounts than that because of a Harry Potter name. I was so locked in. I was like looking around. What other teams are there that are possibly out there that are maybe we're going to run into? Because there was people grouping up and they were like preparing for grinding when the game came out. So they have people that they knew were good in other games, so they were going to be good in Quidditch, most likely, because it was very similar to kind of Rocket League. If you kind of look at what Quidditch is in the movies and the books, and then you look at the footage that we had, the teaser trailers, you look at Rocket League, it's kind of similar, kind of the feel, the kind of the goal to score, except in Quidditch it's 3 hoops. So that was really cool. And then we saw the gameplay, and it just like everything went away, bro. Everything went away. I knew it was gonna suck. I knew the competitive scene was dead with the bots and the skill tree. The skill tree and the builds and stuff like that. No game has like a huge success, crazy high competitive multiplayer when you have something like that. Imagine Marvel Rivals, Overwatch, like half the team are bots, and depending on what kind of shoes or guns you have, you can do more damage or have more life. Like that's just a game killer. Killed everything. It was like, I knew it was over. I knew the esports scene was not going to happen, at least how they were portraying it on Twitter. And then I was like, man, I was so locked in on everything, trying to be like the content wise, ready. I had websites that I have saved that I was going to check in on, and are there tournaments, or there's going to be money tournaments. I was ready to put money in to enter. I mean, it was getting exciting. And then, yeah, it was pretty much gone when I saw all the stuff that they were going to finally, like the direction that they were going to go on Broken Studios and WB. I was like, man, I didn't even know what to do with my time anymore. I was like, Quidditch was basically everything. I had put everything. I had gone like 200%, guys. 200%. It's like, I'd be laying in my bed and I was like, I don't even know what to do right now. Like, it's just dead. Even if they bring 6v6 PvP, I know a lot of people that are just, they are not going to come back because the disrespect that Unbroken Studios and WB did. Like, we don't care about you. We know there was like, we know you want to be competitive, but we don't care. There's no custom game. You're going to play with bots. And to make sure this game doesn't go anywhere, we're going to add a skill tree. You're going to have to deal with it. So give us your money or get lost. And they're spending their time somewhere else. And I don't blame them. It took me like about, I would say, a week to accept the fate for Quidditch Champions. So I give it 6 to 8 months, but yeah, it's not gonna last very long. Slowly, I've been like doing other stuff. Not everything's Quidditch for me anymore. I play occasionally. I don't say this like I want you to feel sorry for me or I want sympathy. It's just really what it was. I had put everything in, and I felt like everything was just taken from me. I didn't know what to do with my time. It's like I forgot what I did before Quidditch. I don't know if that's like good or sad, or I don't know, man. But yeah, I have other stuff that I like, other things I put investments and time into. But yeah, I was willing to put everything aside for Quidditch. And I know a lot of you out there who are listening right now, you don't want to admit it, or you don't have to feel the same. I get it. But like, yeah, it was very disappointing. Very disappointing. I'm honestly thinking I'm thinking of the next Quidditch game. Hopefully, when this one flops, which I don't see it succeeding I don't see it succeeding at all. I don't see it lasting for very long. I just hope like the next one won't take as long to make. So, like, I would say maybe like 5 to 10 years for another Quidditch attempt once this goes down. And I don't even know if they learn their lesson. Whoever makes the next one, listen to the feedback. Listen to the people that are giving you the money. You can have casual and competitive. Believe in your game. Take risk out there. Don't just do closed playtests. You can have a couple closed, do open to get more opinions on the game, get a better understanding on what's going to make you succeed. So you're living in this little bubble here, and you're not even listening to the right feedback in this little bubble, this playtest, the closed playtest. It's just, I get a little angry when I talk about it. But yeah, I just want to talk about personal experience, personal viewpoint. When I was like seeing the game where it was heading, yeah, I was very disappointed. Very disappointing. But yeah, I really enjoy doing these podcasts, guys. I really like having guests and stuff. But I really wanted to do this one solo because I wanted to speak for myself, give my honest opinion. Didn't want to put anybody in the spot or anything like that. But I would say during my private talks with, I'm not going to say any names, they feel the same. But I really want to get this information out here for a lot of you who just played the game recently, today, launch, and you never, like, this is your first time ever, like, knowing about the game, why it's doing bad, why it's too casual, why there's no custom game, why there's not going to be any tournaments, why you can only have 3, you can only invite 2 friends, 3v3, with bots, why it is to where it is now. I can only give you my experience, my experience in following the game, and basically the public information that I talked about today, because I can't break NDA. So, but like I said before, there's so much public information I don't have to. So I'm pretty sure this could be eye-opening to a lot of people that are new. But yeah, I really wanted to, from someone who's been here from the beginning, this is a lot of the stuff I really wanted to talk about. So I hope you guys really enjoyed that viewpoint, whether you're a veteran or a young blood in this game. That, yeah, you can enjoy this game, but don't expect any crazy changes. And I would love it, again, if they prove me wrong and they take a different direction because they're panicking that, yeah, we actually made the wrong choices, we should maybe care about competitive. I would love for you guys to come back and say, we told you so, Blue. You were wrong about this game. I want to see those comments. I'd rather be wrong than right. But I'm pretty sure I'm kind of correct on that trajectory of where this game is going. And it's going red. It's going negative right now. It's looking real bad. But if you have good company, you can still enjoy this game. I'm going to post videos on this game because I'm going to enjoy it before it goes down. Before the servers go down. Man, that's going to freaking hurt. Like, they don't listen. If you like the game too much, you're playing casual, and Now you can't even play the game. That's going to be a different thing. So let's talk about Knockout City. Knockout City, if you don't know, is basically kind of similar to Quidditch. It's a dodgeball game. So what they did is they charged, I need to double check, but it wasn't $60. I believe it was 30 as well. I need to double check on the Rocket League, but you had to pay some money for Knockout City, not Rocket League. And basically, when you bought the game, they had custom game, they had tournaments hosted from the game company, but their problem was they didn't bring enough content to quickly enough. Here's a season pass. We'll see you in 4 months. So, why do I bring up that game? Why do I bring out Knockout City? Because the servers are down. And where is Quidditch Champions heading? It looks like the servers are going to go down as well. So let's look at a game that failed. What could possibly happen to Quidditch Champions in the future? So, what happened with Knockout City is the servers went down. So all the people that spent money on it, too bad, servers are down. But they do have a private build that you can download from the website. And you can set up private matches, but there is no quick match the last time I checked. You have to arrange people to get online and then arrange a private match. So in the future, I think that people that play Quidditch Champions are going to be lucky if that's even an option. That you can go into the website and download the game, and then there's you can invite private game only. But again, they don't even have custom game, so I doubt that'll happen. But that'll be that'll be some good news for Quidditch when it goes down. But I don't see it happening. I think once the servers are down, that's it. But if we're lucky, you can download a private build, and there's a private server or something where they don't spend too much money that people can use. But at that point, I think most players would have moved on, because when you put a lot of time into the game, you see potential. You wanna see as far as you can go skill wise. You want to show people that you're good. You want to win. You want to win those tournaments. But when the game has no future, then your time is better spent elsewhere, I would think. That's for me personally. I don't see myself grinding to prepare for esports or anything like that. I think those days are gone. For me potentially thinking that if I can spend a lot of time on the game in the very beginning, that I could possibly get ahead, and I'm ready for the competition. I'm ready to face the world. I'm pretty sure a lot of competitive players feel that way. But now that the game is not meant for us, they want us to play other games. Unbroken Studios and WB don't want us competitive players to play this game. In fact, they're not even charging the casual players anything once they get the game. Everything is free. No microtransactions. Huge mistake. What they could have done there, you could have bought skins, the battle passes, of course. They could have done something where you spend money on one battle pass, and if you grinded out the battle pass, you can have enough money from that pass if you complete it to get the next one free. Maybe you could do that, or you could have have it where you can spend money so that the battle pass can get completed, but you have to spend real money to complete it for you, because not everybody has the time to complete the battle pass. And I know some games where they can allow you to pay to complete the battle pass. It's expensive, but some people do that, surprisingly, because they just don't have the time. They're working all the time, I get it. And a lot of the battle passes, you can't finish overnight. You really have to play and grind every day. I was playing the Season 0 pass for Quidditch right now, and I'm a level after the Hagrid Mask, the level 40. I played, literally 2 days straight. I did not leave my room. I was winning 90% of my matches. Thank God, right? Because when you win, you get more XP. So if I wasn't winning, man, I wouldn't be that far in the pass. And I was on double XP. So the passes take a long time. That's what I'm trying to get across. So that would have been a good reward for the people to have an incentive that if you complete it, if the game is good, you'd be playing anyways, that you get free battle passes. So it gives you incentive to, yeah, you're getting value for playing and being a loyal player, but have the option to support the game financially for cosmetics and different brooms, and have events where you have event skins and events where you have to accomplish certain objectives to earn the skins that even money can't buy. Little things like that would be cool. But yeah, they really missed the boat there. Yeah, I'm really just going off in my head one by one a lot of the things that I see going wrong and a lot of the things that they could have done. And so I really got off a lot of the things I wanted to talk about early on. So I'm kind of a little bit over the place because like I've kind of like on my sheet of paper gone over everything. But now that I finished the list, other stuff is coming up now. I'm trying to, before I forget, talk to you about that. But the battle pass, yeah, it's really grindy. Having the player option to just purchase it would have been good for the game, because there's whales out there for every game, and players would have gotten that for free. Skins could have been cheap. Even a $1.99 skin would have gotten maybe over millions. I'll say millions, based on how much Hogwarts Legacy succeeded. I would have even gone as far as to pay $5 for a skin. $4.99, I would have done that. Anything higher than that, if I'm not going to use it, then I'm not buying it. Because sometimes you want to have your options. So maybe there was like a Cedric Diggory outfit where he is wearing a Santa outfit. If I'm not going to use it, then I probably won't get it. But if it's like limited time, maybe if it's cheap enough, I just want to have it in my collection. You can have, if it's cheap, not too cheap, you'll still get a lot more people buying than if it was like $20. Like, it's amazing to me, Overwatch games. Overwatch is selling skin for like $20, bro. Even more than that, $25, and it's still up there. Because the game has custom game. There's ranks. You can be competitive. There's leagues, even overseas for this. Even though one Overwatch league tanked, which is a pro league for Overwatch. So, man, I was thinking, man, like, if Overwatch can have all that, Quidditch is just going to take over. But, yeah, those days are gone, at least for now. But, yeah, guys, it was very interesting talking about, my personal experience, my opinions. If you put a lot of time into the game, there's no shame in that. It's too bad the creators of the game don't support that. I think that the only thing they support is if you unlock something and you message them, hey, I unlocked this, I didn't get it. They will help you there. That's about it. I think that's about it as far as they're gonna go. Look at Multiverses, guys. Multiverses was such a high level game. WB was involved. It was perfect, in my opinion. It was super fast paced. There was a high skill ceiling. I was getting my ass whooped in the beginning, and then I managed to get into the top 100 with Shaggy, and there were millions, I believe, playing. Or yeah, there was over 1 million, I know for sure. And the people that were beating me, I wasn't even salty. I'm like, man, there's better in the top 100. I give it a good shot. There's some games that I'm much better than others, but yeah, that was a high skill ceiling, and I was ready to grind again when the game released. And they did the same thing, guys. WB did the same thing with Multiverses. They made it really, really casual. They told all the competitive players, get lost. We're going to make money off these kids like Fortnite. Like, we don't care about these competitive players. Custom game was buggy. In fact, the game's been in beta for over a year. When we finally re-release it, say it's not in beta anymore, there was ranked a little bit in beta, but when the game comes out, yeah, there's no rank for Multiverses. And in fact, now it's dumbed down. It's low skill ceiling. It's casual. It's casual, it's not competitive. So WB has done this before. They killed Multiverses, and they're killing Quidditch right now. I would go as far as to say they already killed it. It's on life support. Enjoy it while it lasts. But I think I've said everything I wanted to say based on what I think the future for Quidditch is, how WB is messed up, why the players are reacting the way they are, what they could have done to change trajectory, the direction of success. They didn't choose it. They went for the money grab. Very disappointing, guys. Very disappointing. But I really wanted to get this off my chest and let you guys know what I honestly think. Because it's sad. Very, very sad. A game with huge potential isn't going to be around for long. I'm going to go ahead and just play with friends and play with people from the community I enjoy being around. And enjoy the ride until the servers go down. But yeah, I think it's pretty much over for now. But with time, anything can happen. But honestly, that anything can happen seems like less than 1% right now, if I'm being honest. If you've watched this far, guys, I want you to put hashtag Chad, GigaChad, one of those two, and you're a fucking real OG for staying this long. Thanks, guys, for watching this video, listening to this podcast. Let me know below if you agree or disagree with me. Like, it's okay if you disagree with me. It's alright. But it's honestly how I feel. And yeah, I know some of the things I've said are controversial. But it's alright. Because it's always better to be honest than just to keep it locked in, bottled up. Be a sheep and just say whatever everyone else is saying just so you don't rub the wrong feathers. But yeah, that's not a good way to live. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys later.